Hey guys, Terry here, and today I'm talking about the rumors about the Wonder Woman appearance in the upcoming Batman Superman movie. So sure we all know that Gal Gadot was cast as Wonder Woman recently, about a month ago, in the upcoming Batman Superman movie. And that's all well and good. I mean, I think that she's going to work out for the part, and I like Wonder Woman a lot. She's one of my favorite heroes. But then recently I read in an IO9 article that they pulled from BatmanOnFilm.com some rumors about the upcoming Wonder Woman role, the kind of appearances they think she'll make, and then on top of that, where they think her origin is going to go. First of all, they liken Wonder Woman's appearance in the upcoming movie to be similar to Scarlett Johansson's appearance in Iron Man 2, which I thought was a really good amount of time for a female supporting character. So I think that'll work out well for this movie if we see Wonder Woman quite a bit. And if that was all they said, then this rumor probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. But they went a little bit deeper and talked about where her origin may be going. They discussed the idea that the Amazons' origins might actually be their ancient Kryptonians that have settled on Earth many years ago and then have just been living there for a while. Honestly, I kind of like that. I know that it sounds a little crazy and ridiculous, but I think that if you look at a lot of the comic book references about the Amazons, it sort of answers a lot of unanswered questions. In the IO9 article, the author discussed, well, what does this mean? Are all Amazons superpowered? And the answer to that is, of course, yes they are. They always have been. I know that people like to put Wonder Woman on a pedestal and think that she's this amazing person that isn't like any of the other Amazons, but the other Amazons have always had superpowers. If you don't believe me, look into some of these examples I'm going to pull up. First of all, I was a big fan of The Outsiders during Judd Winnick's run on it, and he wrote a character called Grace. Grace was a bouncer who was abandoned as an orphan, and all these things I really loved about her. But on top of that, she turned out to be an Amazon, and that's where her powers came from. Because she had super strength, and she had some resilience, and just basic superpower stuff. And then on top of that, Wonder Woman stepped back for a little while, and Artemis took her place. Artemis is just a plain old Amazon, but she took the place of Wonder Woman for a while. And on top of all of these, Donna Troy, who was Wonder Girl for a long time, was just an Amazon. She took on the role of Wonder Girl, to do the same thing Wonder Woman was doing, Ambassador of Peace, blah, 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 became a Teen Titan, and she just was an Amazon that fought like a superhero. Sure, ultimately she died and became a goddess, but whatevs. Not to mention the Amazon attack storyline from a few years back would have been far less intimidating if it was just essentially female 300 tagging America. And they talked about things like, they could have used the Kryptonian genetic breeding technology like in the Man of Steel movie to create a race of all females, and I'm cool with that. That kind of makes sense. And then they discussed that she may be depowered a bit, which makes sense because she's not going to have the exact same power set as Superman. But then they also said that it might not have the same fantasy element, which I don't want to happen. The thing that I've always loved about the DC universe is the fact that it's this perfect blending of sci-fi and fantasy in the same world that makes something sort of amazing. And I don't want them to forget about that whenever they make these movies. So whenever the New 52 started 2 years ago, Wonder Woman's origins was changed drastically because she turned out to be a demigod. She was actually the daughter of Zeus, and I think that makes sense, and I like that origin a lot better than her original origin of Hippolyta crafted a baby from clay and prayed to the gods, and she became Wonder Woman. I think that saying that she's Zeus's daughter is a lot more simplistic and states the case a lot better than all of that. All of her weapons, I don't want those to be Kryptonian. I want those to come from the gods. I mean, the lasso of truth doesn't sound like a Kryptonian thing. It just doesn't. The bullet-reflecting bracelets maybe, but not the lasso of truth. And I've always found the most intriguing part about Wonder Woman as a character are her interactions with the gods. Like, I always loved the idea that, she's gonna go fight Brainiac today, and then tomorrow she may go into the underworld and take on Hades for some unknown reason. And if they would take away all of her ties to Greek mythology, we would lose all of that. I feel like if we set up her origin in the Batman Superman movie, it would make her movie so much easier to create, but at the same time, if we don't have her ancient Greek origins, I don't know what she's going to do in her own movie. I mean, sure, they could make a great movie with a female lead, maybe Dr. Psycho as the villain, because brain control could just be telepathy and not magic. But then where do you go from there? And what would make her movie that different from like a Superman movie? So yes, I do like the idea of the Amazons being ancient Kryptonians, but I don't like the idea of wiping away all Greek mythology from all of the Amazons past. It's just throwing away so much good stuff that they can use in future movies. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, Thor is a god, and he's killing it in 2 of his own movies and the Avengers. I mean, yes, he's sort of an alien too, but let's not make all of DC's ideas based on Marvel's success. So I'd love to hear from you guys. If you have any thoughts on this Wonder Woman development, please try to leave those in the comments down below. And of course, there's a link in the description to the IO9 article that I read originally. If you enjoyed this video, of course, like it. If you think you might like to see more videos like this one, you should subscribe, because I post videos every Wednesday and Friday. Last Wednesday, I posted a video about setting your New Year's goals and ways to do that for the new year, and also what mine are. If you'd like to check that out, click on the corner over here. But that's it for now. I'll see you next time. New people, and I think that to many people, a new year means a new beginning, like a way to kind of start over. I feel like that's not a great way to look at it, because it kind of implies that our lives sort of are on a rotating cycle.